Welcome, everybody. We appreciate you guys getting here and hanging out with us as we begin our journey on a Friday night.
New Music Fridays.
New Music Fridays, guys. Feels good to be back. I've heard a lot about this, good and bad. I've heard verbally from several people that do like it, and online it's getting trashed a lot. So it's just
I've only heard compliments about it.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's all by yourself. I was picky with their older stuff, but it did grow on me heavily. So that's good.
Well, let's give this a listen. And when it's done, you will give your thoughts first.
Okay.
Then I'll follow up with mine.
Okay. We're following his rules.
Well, you were late in bus, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world I
God damn it.
have a feeling we're close to the end. So come on, out from underneath who you were. Come on now. You know that it's time to
Arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me.
Are you carbide on my nano, red glass on my light bulb, dark light on my culture, sapphire on my white gold, burst out on my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive, my bite right through your lens. It's midnight in my mind's eye, drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies, will be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbors.
Arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me.
I've got solar blessed for your dead God, space dust for your fuel rods, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, might tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep in the universe and your well-fascinating afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below, no matter what you do, no matter where you go. You might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at your side.
saxophone. Okay. So that's the full song. It's an interesting mix. Like I like it, but I can see why it's also disliked. Like specifically from certain genre purists, like purists. You know what I mean?
So
because they drag. This is almost more R&B and pop than it is metal. Like they just utilize a lot of metal instruments doing those kinds of things, which is interesting to see.
Yeah.
And I do like it. But I could see why people like in metal would be like, this isn't metal. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I mean, if you try to go into a song expecting one genre and it
Yeah.
comes out another, you're going to judge it
Because
differently.
there were parts of this that I'm gonna get.
Just be open. Spit it out.
I felt like it's like metal Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the way the vocals were kind of like rolling, and like I did like the hypnotizing of the whole vibe, because otherwise, without that hypno feel, it's super repetitive. So I really did enjoy that. It kind of like put me in this like weird trance where I'm just like enjoying the instruments. You know what I mean? Solely. Well, not solely, because his vocals were good, but I mean, also I feel like they're manufactured a little bit, quite a bit. Like they're very like polished and like placed into the sound, if that makes sense.
As far as vocals go, or the
Vocals-
instruments, or the band in general?
No. The vocals here, I feel like they blend into the background. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like they're there, but he almost brings more of a melody with it.
Yeah.
Except when he's repeating, then it was almost like hypnotizing. So I was like, I was fine with it. Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as 5.7 like they have on this website, album of the year. But let me see here. Let me reroute this to screen 2 so I can pull it over and show you guys. What were your thoughts on the song?
So I have heard this before.
Yes, you have. Yep.
And when I first listened to it,
How dare you?
I enjoyed it. It was intriguing, but it didn't stick with me the first time. But I definitely wanted to go back and listen to it again. So I actually heard it for the first time driving into my work, and then I listened to it a second time driving home from my work. And ever since then, I think that was like 2 days after it came out.
Okay.
Maybe I forget when it came out, but I've been listening to it every day since. It's been stuck in my head, and I've actually been enjoying it more and more. And every time I go back and listen to it, I'll hear bits and pieces of it I haven't heard before, and I just appreciate it more and more. And I feel like even though the song itself is repetitive when it comes to the verses, the bridge, and the chorus, every single time that each section comes on, they add more to it. So they add more instruments, more guitar,
Yes, they
more
stack
drums,
it.
and then the drums will get more complex as the song progresses. And even the lyrics, I noticed with the 2 verses where he's sort of spitting this R&B flow.
Yeah. That was
badassery
actually the
kinda-
only thing I wasn't a huge fan of.
I love that part.
Because I it's so common right now where like alt metal is just like, or not metal, just in general, like alt rock. It's like all these like corny ass rappers that can't actually rap, and they're just doing it over a beat. So it's so common right now. But I feel like in the way he did it, it had more of an element, like almost, if you will, Weekendish flow.
Okay.
Like if you're thinking like the comparison, like if you take Weekend and just convert him to metal. That's what I got here, actually.
Well,
In a good way.
as far as those sections of the song go, I felt like lyrical wise, the first verse was just average. Nothing really popped out. But then the second verse, when he went forward with that same style,
Yeah,
his vocals did punch with more fervor.
sure.
But the words he used also seemed more powerful and maybe esoteric or cryptic in a way. I don't know if you have the lyrics up.
I don't.
But
No, I don't.
he definitely used a lot more words that were more driven.
Well, that's the interesting thing about Sleep Token in general. His vocals, they just kind of create this sound. And it just kind of
called singing.
compared it. No, not like that. Not like that, smart ass, you son of a bitch. It's like symphonic metal, where it just like raptures into the sound. Like it becomes part of the soundscape, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what's interesting about it. So I wasn't picking up a whole lot of lyrics from it, because it was just like the merging of all these different elements. But I
agree with
Yeah.
you, especially on the part where he says, "Come and wrap your arms around me," or something similar to that.
Yeah.
It was definitely woven into the musical aspect itself and the instruments.
Yeah.
And it did not bother me that it was repetitive.
Well, I was saying it was repetitive. I wasn't saying that
It was, but it didn't
bothered
bother me like it bothered you.
I didn't say it
liked
bothered me. I just stated
You
that
did.
it was
Yeah,
repetitive.
you recorded it.
How about you worry about what you like, and I'll worry about what I like, okay, sir? Golly, I can barely keep track of that. Like, I have a website for that. See this? So what do you rate this? Because yours is going to be way higher than mine. Yours is going to be out of
For
proportion.
me, this is a 10 out of 10
yeah,
song.
right there it is. That's
Yep.
it's an okay song. Like it's solid, definitely. I'm gonna go with a flat 7. It's gonna go listen, and it's gonna get a like. That's right there.
Honestly, that's better than I expected from you.
And here's
Proud of
why. I think it's strictly, I feel like, kind of due to the rap thing. I wasn't a huge fan of that, because I'm also like kind of over that whole Falling in Reverse does it, but this was done in a really vibey way. Just not a big fan of that mixture right now. But I do think a lot of the stuff that they pulled from other genres was super simplistic to layer over the metal.
Yeah.
It was the layering of all of these things that made it feel so complex.
So there is one thing I noticed too in the song, how right between the verse and the chorus they go woo whoop like that.
Yeah,
like, I never really heard that before in music.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
some random shit in there. I like it. Yeah.
But last week or so, I was listening to some like R&B-ish, like sexy time music, you know, and
It says sexy time?
and it was very chill. But I heard them doing that same stuff in that sort of music.
No, that's what I said. The stuff that they are kind of mixing into it isn't all that complex. Obviously, the key thing is he made it sound really good.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's like a mind-blowing song. I think this is a great song, but I don't know if it, like, I feel like if I'm going to go out of the way and just listen to it, I feel like it's more of a vibey thing for me.
A vibey thing?
Like where I'm throwing it on the background, just like in the background, like, oh shit, like the flow, the ebbs and flow of the song are really cool. How about that?
I'd be vibing in my car, driving to it, just singing along.
Oh yeah, a nighttime song, like or in summer even. Fuck it. I
in
mean,
the
windows
morning.
down. Yeah, whatever.
See the sunrise rising to my left while I'm just
I'm not metal in the morning.
metal in the morning.
Metal in the morning. Damn, I was doing that shit in the teenage years. I don't know if I do.
energy rise with the sun.
What sun? That's my
There's
question.
a sunrise in the morning.
Not when there's metal. Not
the
when you
east.
listen to metal. You
There
know,
was.
there's no fucking sunrise. It's a black sun.
Does it scare the sun away?
It's a black sun. dude.
Black hole sun. Well, oh, now I know what they're talking about.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
That's
that's a wrap.
That's a wrap
See you next
on our
week.
first song.